You already know how to play Minecraft, right? Collect wood, dig out some cobble for tools, don't die on that first night to a creeper. All simple stuff, right? A little while ago, I gave you 30 facts and tips that might make you even better at Minecraft, and you absolutely blew up the comments with new ideas, and I had to share them. So here are 30 more facts about Minecraft that might help you play even better. And like last time, brag in the comments about how many you already knew. No cheating, be totally honest. Give yourself a score out of 30 and let's see who's the Minecraft master. Fact 1, and this one blew my mind. Honey blocks are awesome, and not because they're all sticky and you slide down them, not because they make a really great squidgy noise when you place them like that, but because they're not the size of a full block and they pretend to be. And that means if you shoot an arrow right in the middle of them, it sticks in just like any other block would. But if you shoot an arrow right on the edge of them, the arrow goes all the way through. You see that? Right to the other side. That means that you could build your house out of honey blocks, shoot out of it, and nothing could ever shoot you. That is totally sweet. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. I'll get my coat. Fact 2. This self-same honey block could save your life. From death by gravity-related squishing. Falling from a great height onto the side of a honey block will allow you to slide down it and walk away without any damage. Fact 3. Falling from a great height in a boat will also cancel out all of your fall damage. Unless apparently if it's 12, 13, 49, 51, 111, 114, 202, 310 or 315 blocks high, because then for some reason you do take damage, although I've tried to test it and I can't make it work. Maybe it's a glitch that's been fixed. Fact 4. Splash potions of healing are really useful against dead mobs. They damage the mob and at the same time they heal you. And whilst we're on the subject of mobs, did you know that if you place a 1 deep trench full of sweet berries and then place a carpet on top of it, the carpet colour doesn't matter. Mobs are never going to get you. For some reason, mobs see this sweet berry carpet combo as a complete barrier that they're not allowed to crawl over. And I think that's absolutely hilarious how watch out for the skellies, because they'll still be able to shoot you over that, won't they? Similarly, fact 6, mobs can't walk over rails. They can see you, but they can't walk over them, which means it's really easy for you to explore mine shafts because these rails just get in their way. Oi, creeps. Yeah, you. Have a shot. In my last 30 facts video, I showed you could attach a lead to an animal, lead them into a little hole, and then put the other end of that lead on a fence post, cover the hole up, and you've got some great effects with rope. However, it turns out that PETA were there in force, so I've got an alternative, and it's vegan. As of Minecraft 1.21, you can attach a lead to a boat. Yeah, I know, Bedrock players, you've had this feature for about 476 years, but us Java players, we're really excited by this. But I told you that in my last video, so that's not fact 7. Fact 7 is the fact that you can drag that boat into a hole, attach the lead to a fence post, and then cover the boat up, and you've got exactly the same type of effect, and absolutely no animals were harmed in the making of this rope feature. You've also not got any mysterious clucking or mooing or grunting or barring that you have if you use an animal inside the hole. So, bonus. Fact 8 is about how you can make the most of your cropland. I am stood in front of 2 absolutely identical, fully mature potato fields. 9 by 9 squares with a water source in the middle, meaning there are 80 potato plants in each. On the first field, I'm going to use this iron hoe to harvest all of those crops. Hoes are an awesome tool to do this because you still insta-mine everything, but you don't do any damage whatsoever to the dirt, and as a result you end up with a fairly safe farm. How many potatoes have I got out of this? Quite a lot. Nearly 4.5 stacks plus 1 poisonous potato, which nobody wants, do they? Now I'm going to harvest the other field with Fortune 3 on my iron hoe. It's the same speed, but I'm going to get a lot more potatoes. Nearly 7 stacks of potatoes, plus obviously the 2 obligatory poisonous potatoes. Everybody knows about Fortune 3 on your pick to be able to get lots of extra ores, but Fortune 3 on your hoe means that you can get extra crops too. Oh, I missed a potato in the background there. So if you want more carrots, more beetroots, who wants more beetroots? More potatoes, and even more seeds, although not more wheat, this is what you should do. And speaking of carrots, fact 9, did you know that carrots are actually completely redundant in the game? You should never have to grow them. If you're growing them for food, Frankly, potatoes are much better. And you don't need carrots to breed your pigs. You can use potatoes to breed your pigs as well. And also, you can use beetroot. Can you believe these little pink porkers? They love a bit of beetroot. Now, I can hear you say, but Avo, what about golden carrots? They're the best food in the game. Don't waste your gold and your farm space on golden carrots. If you trade a farmer villager up to master level, which you'll know because he's got a little diamond on his belt, you'll find that right at the bottom of his inventory, you get 3 golden carrots for 3 emeralds. That is an absolute bargain. And seeing as we're talking about golden carrots, fact 10, did you know that golden carrots are the best food in the game? Yeah, I know, I did just warn you that I was going to tell you that. They have got by far the best saturation, so if I eat this carrot now, that's going to up my haunches, and you can see my hearts are just flying back, and I might even get to full hearts, or very nearly, on just 1 golden carrot. I couldn't have done that with even cooked steak. In the last video, I told you that the best corrals were ones made out of trapdoors, because you can jump over them in both directions, but other animals can't. Plus, they look quite good. But I told you in that video that you couldn't jump over fences, which is true, except when you do one thing. So fact 11, most mobs and you can't jump over fences, they're just too tall. Unless you stick a carpet on top of it, then you can jump in and out dead easy, but the mobs still can't. Although it does look like you are levitating when you are stood on top of it, which I think is very interesting. Fact 12, if you're in creative mode, you can give yourself a spawner. Use the /give@p spawner command. But if you place it down, you'll notice it is completely empty. There is absolutely nothing going on in it. It used to be that the first spawner was always a pig spawner, but that's not the case anymore. They come out empty. If you want something to come out of it, you've got to use a mob egg and right click on it. I've just put in an iron golem egg, and now I've got an iron golem spawner. That's going to spawn out some iron golems. It sometimes takes a little bit of time, but they do come. And if I want to, I can change the type of spawner. Maybe I get fed up with iron golems. Look, there's 5 of them now. All I need to do is click on it with another egg, and that will turn that now. Oh look, a slime spawner. This also works on naturally occurring spawners, by the way. Well, it'll be quite funny now. These iron golems are going to get these slimes, and those slimes are not going to know what's hit them. Fact 13, if you've got commands enabled and you type in game rule lava source conversion is true, you can then take a bucket of lava, place it there, a bucket of lava, place it there, and then get your empty buckets and continue to get yourself new buckets of lava as much as you want. You can create an infinite lava source. Fact 14, you can make a bridge out of any distance of water using lily pads. Collect these from the swamp and you can get across even an ocean using them. It's just like a road, although it maybe make them look a little bit less obvious than I have. Fact 15, villages don't just spawn with one building of interest like a blacksmith's or a church. This village here has got 4 churches within it, and that's not even the maximum. Imagine having a village with 6 blacksmiths. Fact 16, to suck an item through a whole block, you need to have a hopper minecart underneath it. I'll lob this wall blocks up the top there you go, and they go straight into the chest there. That wouldn't work if it was just a simple hopper. However, if you've got blocks that aren't a full block, such as farmland, mud, or even a slab, you can just throw straight onto those. You've got a hopper underneath it. That hopper will collect that up, absolutely no problem. On the farmland as well. I'm not a very good shot, am I? Let's try that a little bit further out. There you go. I'm going to go closer. I don't want to fluff it too badly. There you go. Look, it goes through. That was probably the worst demonstration ever. Fact 17. Players can climb a ladder that is 1 block off the ground, which means they can escape mobs because mobs can't climb that ladder. However, you do need to work out a way of getting back down again. Jungle pyramids are known to hold an awesome treasure chest. That's not your fact, because you already knew about that chest by the arrow dispensers. This one contains a little bit of gold, some iron, some bones, and some bamboo. That's not bad. However, fact 18 tells you that underneath these levers there is a second chest, and it's a secret one with much nicer stuff. Wild armor trim ×2, 3 diamonds and a few bones. Sometimes you get even better stuff. So don't miss both chests. The Nether isn't a very nice place to live, but that's not fact 19. Fact 19 is that a really good way to get experience is this Nether Quartz. I'm just going to mine out a few bits. I've started on 0 experience, and that is going to give me quite a lot. You just watch. I was literally mining for just a few seconds and I've got almost 10 levels of experience just from those ores. No other ores will give you that level of experience. You want all the different colours of wool, but you can't be bothered to go and get all the different colours of dye. Don't worry, I've got you covered. If you've got 2 different colours of sheep and you breed them up, you get the third colour for free. Look, their little baby's going to come out a grey colour. Excellent. We're going to get that red and that white. You breed them up. We get a little pink fella. There we go. Blue and white. We breed them up. We get a little light blue fella. How cool is that? And now all you need to do is shear them and you've got an infinite source of different coloured wools. Books are a really important resource in Minecraft. You use them to make your enchanting table, and of course you use them to be able to make your enchanting setup and enchanted books. They're really critical. But if you want to craft books, you need to make paper, and that means you've got to farm a lot of sugarcane, and it's not known for being the fastest growing resource in Minecraft. You also need a boatload of leather, and the best way to get that is by massacring a load of cows because they drop the most leather. However, I don't want PETA coming after me again in this video, so there's got to be a better way, right? And there is. Fact 21 is the library stronghold. If you come in here with an axe and you start chopping away at these little bookshelves here, you are going to get loads and loads and loads of books really quickly without any sugarcane or dead cows in sight, because these guys are going to drop 3 books every time you chop one out. That means that in one library you get over 300 books, and that's not including the books that you might find inside the chests, which have already got some enchanted books as well. Oh, and the armor trims. Shipwrecks are the place to go if you want to find a buried treasure map. If you come down to the lower cabin, you'll find this door. This door is an airlock so you can breathe, and inside this chest there is going to be a buried treasure map. And no, that is not your fact. Your fact is all about how you can make sure you find that treasure first time every time. Once you're getting close to your cross, make sure that your boat shape on your map is exactly over it. It looks like it's around about here. You can see my boat shape, if I just move off of it slightly, is just underneath that cross. However, if I start randomly digging around here, it's still going to take me a while to find the chest. So Fabulous Fact 22 is focused on the numbers after the block coordinates in square brackets, currently 12, 14, 3. I need to carefully move so that says 9, 14, 9. So if we work on one of those coordinates first, the last one, 7, 8 and 9, I know that I'm in the right row, and then I need to make sure that I'm getting 9 on the other one. That's the wrong direction, so if I come back this way, so that's 11, 10 and 9 is this block right here. So if I come up so as I can actually breathe, and I get my spade and I dig out that block there, bang, my chest is exactly there, and it will always be exactly there. And look at all of that treasure. That's brilliant. You know when you've got multiple storage places and you want to label them all up, but they're all the same thing, but you don't want to have just one sign because you want to have multiple signs all saying the same thing? Well, you can do that a lot quicker without having to type it out every single time. If you come at your sign and press Control and then the center button, you are going to copy that sign, and then you can place it down on another one and just keep placing it down. It's got exactly the same features as all the others, and then you can obviously change them if you want to make them different colors. I can't quite work out what it is I've got inside these chests, but I reckon it's probably absolutely amazing. Still fact 23, the same is true for any container block. So Control middle button in that, and if I shift that down next to it so it doesn't join up, that has got the same stuff in there as it has in there. In here we've got some more stuff. If I Control middle button that, copy that around, the new one has got the same stuff in it as well. It also works for furnace. Control middle button, select that, place that down. That's got the charcoal in already, as did that one. And also hoppers, that's a container block. Control middle button that, place that against there. We've got all those things in there already, and those things are in there too. Fact 24, the default collar colour for your dog is red. But if you've got all dogs from the same biome like I've got here, then how do I tell them apart? How do I know which one is which without a name tag? Easy peasy. If you grab yourself a bit of dye and right click on your dog, that changes the colour of the collar. That one's orange, that one's now white, that one is now purple, that one is now green, and I'm going to leave you red. 5 different colours, each of them have got their name, and I don't need a name tag. Sticking on the subject of dogs, we love our furry friends and the last thing we want is for them to die. So if I stand all these guys up, you'll notice that their tails are all in a different direction. Fact 25, a dog's health is directly indicated by its tail. The lower it is, like this one here, the more sick it is. He's close to death. This one's a little bit healthier. You look like you're all the way. And a little bonus fact, it's really easy to heal your dog using rotten flesh. Feed it the rotten flesh and look at how its tail goes up. Now its tail's all the way up. If I hit it again, it will sit down. It loves it. Careful with the rotten flesh though, because you might end up with puppies and you'll be overrun with them before you know it. Fishing is a relaxing way to pass some time in Minecraft, but it can take a really long time for you to get a bite on your rod. But you can speed up your fishing rate. If you fish while it's raining, your bites per minute will increase. This is probably to do with the fact that the fish can't see you as well. Now obviously you and I both know that it's got nothing to do with the fact that the fish can't see you as well, but it's nice to pretend that there's a real life reason why we're actually getting more fish and more stuff out of the sea if it is fish. There we go, I got one there, look. But there is a problem with fishing now. If I'm fishing in this area, I'm only ever going to get junk items. So let's move on to fact 27. And that is, if you fish in an area that is absolutely clear, 2 blocks deep and 5 blocks by 5 blocks across, you are going to have access to different loot tables on your fishing. You can get treasure items. You can always get fish, and that junk table's not too bad. It's got plenty of stuff on it, but the bows, the enchanted books, the name tags, the nautilus shells, things like that are a much nicer catch. So do go for that treasure. It's worth the extra effort. And why not combine fact 26 and fact 27? Fish in the rain in a treasure area and get even more treasure loot. A cow is not just a source of food and leather. Oh no. Right click on a cow with a bucket and you'll get a bucket of milk. But that's not your fact. I don't want to shortchange you. And that bucket of milk can be vital in your game if you want to remove any potion or enchantment effects that you might have on you at the time. For example, bad omen when you kill a pillager bannerman. Or maybe the mining fatigue effects that you get from the Elder Guardians, although I think I'm probably going to die first. Although I do appreciate with the new ominous bottles, you might not want to lose that effect. Nearly there, fact 29 is about slime blocks. And these blocks are pretty underrated. I'm not talking about how they can help you break your fall by bouncing along. By the way, don't press shift, you press shift, you take damage. I'm not talking about how the way they stick to each other, even when you push one with a piston, the others all move with it. I'm not talking about that. No, you already knew about that. That's not the fact. I'm not even talking about the fact that if you've got a slime block and you put it in your crafting grid, you can get 9 slime balls to breed up your frogs. No, it's not that either. What I'm talking about is the fact that the slime block is the perfect scaffold block if you haven't got any scaffolding. Get yourself on your slime block and then just climb up like this, straight up. Do whatever it is you got to do, and without even any tools, you can insta-mine that slime block to the point where you get them all back. This block is cool. You don't need any tools. It's actually the only block you can mine out if you've got mining fatigue. You can still punch it off. And finally, fact 30, don't waste your coal or your charcoal or your wood on cooking up sheep, cows or pigs, or even chickens. Use that coal and charcoal for making torches or other stuff. There's a much easier way. And it's a lot faster. Set fire to the land underneath the animal and then give the animal a little whack with your sword. He'll die. And oh look, he's dropped some cooked mutton. Don't have to cook it, it's already cooked. That's exactly what I needed to replace all my hearts. So there you have 30 facts that you might not know about Minecraft. In the comments below, let me know how many you got. I'm looking for the absolute Minecraft master that knows everything. Put it down there. Be honest, I'm really interested. And also, if you've got something else you want to tell me that I've not listed in either this video or my previous 30 facts video, put that in the comments as well. Show me how clever you are. Show me how much more you know than I do. I'd love that. They say knowledge is power, so I hope you've got a little bit more power in your Minecraft game so you can play it so much more successfully. And I'll look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.